How would this chord function in the key of G? Here's what's written from low to high. Together you get this. Okay, so let's figure this thing out. From low to high, the notes written are G, B, and then on top we have an E. To build the chord, we need to arrange the notes into stacked ascending thirds. And with these letter names, the best option is going to be to label E as the root, G as the third of the chord, and then B as the fifth of the chord. If you chose another note as the root, you would come up with combinations that you don't have all the notes for. So for example, if G was the root, a third above G would be some kind of B, which we have, but then we would also need a D for the fifth of the chord. So we don't have a D. And if we chose B as the root, then the next note up would be some kind of D, and then an F after that. We don't have either D or F. So the best choice is to label this as some kind of E chord. And what kind of E chord is it going to be? You have to look at the intervals between the notes. E up to G is a total of 3 half steps. That is a minor third. And then G up to B is a total of 4 half steps. That is a major third. And so when you have a minor third plus a major third, that is the recipe for a minor chord. So the chord written here is an E minor chord. Now, because the G is down in the bass, that would put the chord into first inversion, but that's not part of our question here. How would this chord function in the key of G? You have to think of your G major scale. In a G major scale, the note E is the 6th scale degree, so this chord here would function as the 6th chord in the key of G. Hope that all makes sense. See you next time.